Ladies and gentlemen, this year has been pretty good, all things considered, for the Nintendo Switch 2, especially when you're comparing it to other consoles, which I know. Comparison can be the thief of joy, but hey, the Switch 2 is kicking ass, and I'm here to let you know that. But in August, man, this month is absolutely stacked for the Switch 2. Truly the best month of the year so far, and that's without any first-party games. So we have a lot to talk about. Let's go ahead and get right into this video. Yeah, August is stacked for the Switch 2. And it's not like every other month was not great or good, but man, August is one of those months. It might even turn out to be one of the best months of the entire year by the end of the year, and that is without a first-party game. So we're going to talk about 10 games, I think, that are coming out in August on the Switch 2 that you need to know about. So before we get started, if you could hit a like and subscribe, that would truly mean the world to me. Also, you might as well follow me on Instagram and Twitter so we can keep the communities growing. And let's just go ahead and get right into this one. So the first game we're talking about is Final Fantasy XIV Online. This is coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 on August 4th. Now, this is one of those games that are a little confusing to me, and that's coming from a huge Final Fantasy fan. I just don't understand, like, is the game free to play? Do you buy it? Is it online only? I mean, online is in the title, but you don't need Nintendo Online to play it. But allegedly, you have to have a Final Fantasy subscription or something. So as far as I know, there is a free trial that includes like 30 days of the game or something like that. So just do your research on this one, because it turns out it could be free, but then possibly it's not free. I'll be honest, as a Final Fantasy fan, it's just a little too overwhelming for me to jump into this one. I'm going to stick to the mainline titles for now. But this is something you can play indefinitely, and that's pretty cool. Now keep in mind, even though this is a online only free-to-play potentially game, something like that, this will be the largest Nintendo Switch 2 game to date at 117 gigabytes. Man, that sounds like a massive experience. We also have Big Walk coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 on August 4th as well. Big Walk is a cooperative multiplayer adventure about teamwork and talking. Set out with your friends through a wide open world full of challenges, puzzles, and discoveries. You'll need to work together to find your way around, stay in contact using an assortment of tools and toys, and figure out new ways to communicate when you suddenly find yourself speechless. So I don't know if you pay attention to games like this, but there's a new term called friend slop, where it's just games where you play with your friends, and it seems like the only people who get mad at this type of thing is people who don't have friends to play these. But it really is awesome. I'm a huge fan of this stuff. Even if I'm not going to play every single one, I'm just happy there's more and more multiplayer games out there, because in essence, that's what, got me in gaming when I was little, was playing stuff multiplayer on the Nintendo 64. So I'm always going to be a fan of this. And I believe this is by the same creators of Untitled Goose Game. And that was great. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say this one is probably going to be great too. Now on August 5th, we have Liza P Complete Edition coming over to the Switch 2. From the bloodstained streets of a collapsed city to the opulent mansions and eerie landmarks of its peak, unearth the complete history of its puppet industry. Master a unique combat system of weapon crafting, parrying, and gadgetry. Combine the base game's versatile weapon making system, mixing blades and handles, with the arsenal of Legion arms and progression choices for a truly expressive experience. So as far as I know, this is, it's called the Complete Edition, but I would assume that includes all post-launch updates and maybe some DLC as well. I'm not the biggest Souls-like fan, not because I'm opposed to them, but I just feel like there's so many and it's like, well, where do I start, right? But from everything I've seen, read, heard, watched, all of that, Liza P seems to stand out on its own. And I think this is going to be one of those games that are just a fantastic port to own on the Switch 2. So this one has me pretty intrigued, and yeah, I could see myself really enjoying this one. Now on August 11th, we have the Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion Remastered. Now this is a game that I was excited to play on the Switch 2, but then I learned that it was pretty much all but abandoned after launch on other platforms, so my excitement kind of fell off. But recently, in the past few days actually, there was an article that I read where Mr. Matty Plays had asked Bethesda some questions, and they responded and said that they hope that they can bring the same optimization that they're going to bring to the Switch 2 edition of this game to other consoles. So kind of reading what they were saying, it seems like the Switch 2 edition is going to be the best version and most optimized version of this game. And yeah, my excitement is just, it's full on again, right? I was very, very late to playing Skyrim. I didn't play it until 2025, and I absolutely loved it, and I think it holds up incredibly well, but I just wanted more of that. Now, I feel like I'm going to be able to get more of that. Like, I know Oblivion and Skyrim are two different things and kind of have two different styles of gameplay and aesthetics going on, but essentially it's more of what I'm looking for. So now I cannot wait to play this on the Switch 2. On August 13th, there is a very strange game called SKATESTERRE, at least that's how I think it's pronounced. And essentially what this is, it's a skateboarding game, but what it seems like they tried to do is make a modern skateboard game in the style of the classics from like the PS1 era, like the old Tony Hawk games. And I'm not so sure yet. You know, this game was only fully priced at $15, so it's not like you're losing a bunch of money. And I've been skateboarding my entire life, over 20 years. I've played every skateboarding game, and I can pretty much find enjoyment even in the bad ones. So I'm definitely going to check this out. I know it's not going to be for everybody, but I kind of like the classic look and feel to this one. So yeah, I'm optimistic about this one. Now on August 13th, we also have DUSKFADE coming over to the Switch 2. Shatter the shackles of time as you jump, swing, and slash through a fantastic world in this love letter to classic 3D action platformers. Zirian, accompanied by his mechanical bird, must save his sister from a mysterious clock tower that has plunged the land into eternal night. Master a seamless blend of dynamic platforming and fast-paced combat, jump, dash, and grapple, and glide your way through thrilling challenges that rekindle the magic of classic action platformer favorites. So yeah, I've seen a little bit of gameplay of this one. I actually might have even had these developers reach out to me about a game review, so I need to look into that actually. You know, I'm a sucker for any 3D platformer, action platformer, anything that feels like the classics. Like, yes, I know in modern times we're getting masterpieces, but there's just something about that classic style of game that it almost feels timeless, and honestly, it kind of is timeless. So am I saying this is going to be the greatest game of all time or be groundbreaking or anything like that? Probably not. But what it looks like is it's going to be a lot of fun, and it kind of gives me Kingdom Hearts vibes a little bit. Also on August 13th, we have Madden NFL 27. Now this is crazy for a couple of reasons, right? One, it's just cool that Madden is just straight up back on Nintendo platforms after we skipped the entire Switch generation. And Madden 26 was a great port. There was a couple issues at launch where it seemed like you needed to save the game to your console instead of your micro express SD card. And then once you did that, it pretty much took away like all the stuttering. And yeah, I can say from experience, it worked perfectly fine. But not only did we get that, we're still getting future Madden games that are coming out on all the other consoles day one. And it just seems like the Nintendo Switch 2 can really hold its own. It just looks like it's going to be just a regular version, right? Like they're not taking anything away from it. You're not missing out on anything. Will I be picking this up day one? I don't think so, because sports games go on sale pretty frequently and pretty fast, so I'll probably wait. But if you're into Madden and you're ready for this football season, I just think the Switch 2 is going to be a great place to experience this. Now on August 18th, we have Backyard Baseball coming to the Switch 2, and this is so freaking cool. If you don't know what Backyard Baseball was, or is, I guess, this is a very classic, old school baseball game. I believe it was on PlayStation 1 and PC to start off. You know, it's been so many years since I played this, but I remember playing the hell out of it when I was a little kid. And they're bringing it back, and it looks awesome. Sure, if you're not into arcade sports games, you probably don't care about this, but to be honest, that is one of my favorite ways to pass time gaming, because you can play for 10 minutes or you can get sucked in for a couple of hours, and I am so ready for more Backyard Baseball. This has new game modes, new ways to play, unlockables to chase, and achievements to earn. Welcome to the all-new Backyard Baseball. This reimagined version of an all-time classic blends the best of modern gaming with the timeless charm that made it legendary. Play in 11 remastered stadiums, choose from 24 original teams, and compete across 6 unique game modes with a roster of 30 beloved Backyard characters. I am so damn excited for this one. Now on August 27th, we have multiple Metal Gear games coming over to the Switch 2. We have Metal Gear Solid 4 and Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. Me personally, I've only played 1 or 2 Metal Gear games my entire life. I think I played the first one on PlayStation 1 and maybe 5 on Game Pass or something. There was one where it was like weird aliens or something going on. Maybe it wasn't even Metal Gear that I'm remembering. I don't know. Who the hell knows? But I do know these games are coming over to the Switch 2. And you can buy these games individually, or you can also buy them in a master collection, which comes with both of these. I don't think these are straight up remasters, but these are the HD versions of the game. So maybe they added some minor adjustments to the gameplay, maybe fixed a couple of things here and there. But honestly, from the trailers that I've seen already, it just looks like they're going to be like the original versions. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You know, it's like one of those things, if it's not broken, you don't really need to fix it. They kind of just slapped a new can of paint on it. And if you're a Metal Gear fan, in the past 24 months, man, we have got so much Metal Gear games. And that is awesome. So it's just cool to see this franchise really take off on the Switch and now the Switch 2 as well. And in my opinion, the biggest game coming out on the Nintendo Switch 2 in August is Elden Ring Tarnished Edition, and this is coming out August 28th. So not only is this Elden Ring like the base game, this also includes the expansion Shadow of the Erd Tree and new armor and customization features for Torrent's appearance. So I've never played Elden Ring. It is a game that I have bought and sold twice before playing it, because I would buy it on Black Friday for like 20 bucks on the PS5, get intimidated, and then sell my copy for like 30 bucks, right? I did this 2 different times. But the second time, I thought, well, this is probably going to come to the Switch 2. And this was before it was announced. And now that it's coming to the Switch 2, I feel like that's where I want to jump into this. The great thing about the Switch 2 and the Switch was you can pick up and play these games. And sometimes a game like this that's over 100 hours or whatever, maybe even hundreds of hours, sometimes that can be a daunting task. And you're like, whoa, 100 hours, I just got to sit here on the couch and start powering through this. But the Switch, and now the Switch 2, allows you to pick it up, play for a few hours, put it down, jump back in, and you can really chip away at a massive experience like this. So we've seen some gameplay at first. It didn't look great. Then they delayed the game. Then we've seen some games play, I think at Gamescom last year, and it looked a lot better. And now, actually, the day I'm recording this video, they showed some new gameplay. And I think the Switch 2, man, it's going to be a great place to play this. Unfortunately, it is $80, which is kind of a pretty heavy price tag. But I guess from, looking up some other stuff, that's the same price this is on other consoles, like the game and the DLC included. And I guess if you're going to pay $80 for any game, it might as well be a game that you could legit spend hundreds of hours in. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, August is absolutely stacked for the Switch 2. And that's without a first-party game. And honestly, if we don't get a real first-party game, I know we have Pokemon Pocopia DLC in August as well, but it's like, I didn't really feel like mentioning that. I think we're also going to get some Nintendo Online releases, probably for GameCube, so, that will probably happen in August as well. August, man, what a great month for the Switch 2. So in the comments below, I would love to hear from you guys. Any games you're picking up, any games you're skipping, any games you think I should check out, just start a conversation. And if you made it all the way to this part of the video, if you could do me a favor, hit a like and subscribe on the way out. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter on the way out, and consider becoming a channel member, as it is the ultimate way to support this community. I don't just say that to say that. It really helps out tremendously, so consider becoming a channel member. And you guys know me, I'll see you very soon with a new video. Peace.